We live immersive lives. With every moment, emotion and triumph wrapped around us. We're completely present in the world that we live in, and yet we take it completely for granted. And when we choose to live our digital lives, it's through a 5-inch screen, a foot from our faces. At VISR VR, we build accessible, beautiful, high-quality virtual reality headsets. Virtual reality is the bridging of the human world with the digital world. And it's going to fundamentally change everything we know about communicating with computers and how they communicate with us. And it sounds science fiction, but it's real. Immersive virtual reality exists. And the most exciting thing for me is it's going to change so many industries that have the same problem. How do you take something that is digital, like data from a space probe, information like CT data from somebody's body, or the fantastical world of a digital video game, and put somebody inside it so they can experience it firsthand? At VISR VR, building this solution for the common man at a price point that's accessible has been our vision. My name's Lewis Dean. I'm one of the co-founders of VISR, and I want to talk about the company that I founded 6 months ago and what we've been doing. So, you can't go about trying to achieve this goal of democratizing virtual reality without a kick-ass team. So that's the first thing we did. Our team includes people like Lindsay West, a manufacturing magnate from the northeast of England, who's been making 1.5 million things a week for longer than I've been alive. We've got technologists like Alex Beamer and Vincent Hoy, both Masters of Science from Hull University and virtual reality specialists. And then you've got me. I've been a serial entrepreneur who dropped out of school at the age of 15, started his first tech business, and I've never looked back. When I talk about these companies that I'm excited about, it's really the product that pins VISR to it. It's our beautifully designed virtual reality headsets that are backed up by our expertise. Headsets that are designed around enforceable applied patents, which means that I can say with security that we do build the best budget VR headsets in the world, and we can defend that position. So what's the opportunity? Why are we building VR headsets? Well, to understand that, I have to talk about some of the clients that we're already working with and the markets that they're in. You see, we started working with a client called Wargaming. They're one of the largest multiplayer online video gaming companies in the world. They needed a dynamic, adaptable virtual reality company to help them bring their products into the virtual reality space. And when they did significant market research to pick the right partner, they chose VISR. The BBC, one of the largest media companies in the world, needed a partner who could help them deliver an experimental product for one of their largest franchises. When they did extensive market research to find a suitable partner, I'm proud to say that they also chose VISR. When Game, one of the largest retail partners in the UK in the digital space, decided they needed a partner to help them access VR, they did extensive market research and they chose VISR. And when Procter & Gamble, one of the largest companies in the world, needed a partner who is reliable and dependable to help them use VR to help them sell products, they did extensive market research and they chose VISR. Now, just the last 3 months that we've been trading, we have put together a £150,000 pipeline of business with no salespeople, and we've executed and signed off on over 50% of that business already, which I think is pretty cool. So, you know, that's great. But what about the competition? When people talk about budget virtual reality, everybody says one brand name. And that brand name is Google. They were the first people to do cardboard VR, or so we think. But I'm proud to announce that when Google were looking at the VR market and they needed an exciting, dependable company to help them achieve this mass scale, they did extensive virtual reality research and they chose VISR, like everybody else. That's pretty cool. So why virtual reality? Why did we get into this? It's a crazy industry. Well, we've got predictions like the K0 prediction that says virtual reality is going to be worth $18 billion by the end of 2018. But what's really exciting about that research that they did is this graph. This is what stood out to me. They're predicting that almost 2/3 of the volume sales of virtual reality headsets won't be to hardcore consumers. They're going to be to marketing agencies and low-level consumers who just want to get into it. And that's exactly where we've positioned VISR. We want to be the provider of VR for the common man. and be the one-stop destination where all the largest companies come when they know they want to achieve that. So what do we need? What are we looking for? Well, up until this point, VISR has been entirely bootstrapped. We've not given away a single share to an investor yet, because we were waiting for the right time when we had sales under our belt and we understood the industry properly before we went out and asked for money. So now we're looking to raise £400,000 of seed money. All our shares, SEIS and EIS eligible, are available for that investment. And we're going to spend that on tooling up our sales team, tooling up our R&D division to make sure we stay ahead of the curve, and tooling up on our tooling so that we can continue to manufacture virtual reality headsets cheaper than the Chinese in England, which is pretty cool. So to end my pitch on a quote, there is just one last thing. If you all have a look under your seats, you will find a brown manila envelope like this. Now, I've heard that you all came here to invest in an exciting, dynamic tech startup. You've clearly done your market research, and if you look inside the envelope, you'll find that you've already chosen VISR. To assemble it, erect it like so, and push the lenses through the hole in the front, and the device self-assembles. In our booth afterwards, we're going to have some software for you to load onto it. This is yours to keep, take home, and enjoy. It's also our business card. Welcome to the future of interactive entertainment. And I hope that when you're looking for a partner to take your VR vision further, you chose VISR. Thank you very much.